Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young.
Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
She ice cold, Trey Young.
My bad. Listen. My bad. I don't know what button I just hit. I have no idea why I wasn't even close to the button in the stream. I don't know how I did that. My bad. I'm messing up, guys. I know I'm messing up. It's been a minute. I got to get back into the groove, man. I got to get back into the groove, okay? Let me get back into the groove, you know. But at least now I can show y'all the logo. Cause now I'm signed into everything. Now I'm signed into everything, man. Let me drop the link. Yeah, I'm rusty, married. I'm rusty, man. Oh, let me drop the link so we can get everybody back on the panel, man. Damn, boy, that's that over. That's what happened when you get over 40, man. Shout out my boy Chris re-hitting the like button. Appreciate you, Mike. Oh man, I can't believe I just did that, man. Oh, I hate that. But there go the link, man. So let me go ahead now. At least I can put the poll up. I guess that's cool. What did I say we was gonna do? We was gonna let's see. Do you like the new logo? Respect it or check it? Nah, how did that sound? No, what did we say we was gonna go with? I forgot. I forgot what I said. Link me the sports surge. Just go to say Quinn Snyder hacked me, huh? Yeah, they owe me, man.
Man, they say respect it or neglect it.
Okay, we'll roll with that. Respect it or neglect it.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I just restarted. Hey, this is We Talk Hawks take 2, Torian.
Gotcha. Hey, anything Jamal Price make, bro, I'm gonna call it, bro. Like, look, this guy is amazing when it comes to them logos, bro, and I like the logo.
Bruh.
Like it's fire, bro. So when you drop them hoodies or them hats, I'm getting the hat and the hoodie combo. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, my guy.
Yeah. So I gotta have that. So I'm gonna call it right now. I think Price gonna put together a stitch for some NBA team out there soon.
I'm
Cause
surprised.
I seen some of his
My bad.
designs. Yeah, I seen some of his designs, especially ones for the Cavaliers. Man, that joint was hard, man. So I believe he gonna put together a stitch to sell to a team, bro. Like, cause he real with that.
Check.
Let me drop shout out my guy Lou in the building. Wait for Marion to tap back in. You gonna tap back in, Marion? I accidentally hit the day, ended the stream.
I saw that. I clicked it on YouTube on Twitter, and I was like, oh shit, I guess it ended.
Oh man. All right, here go the logo, guys. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I put the poll up.
I like it, man.
The poll is up. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This is gonna be the new merch. We're gonna have the hats drop. We're gonna have the shirt, the hoodie, dropping it. Let's see. Let me share the screen. Y'all tell me what y'all think. If y'all don't like it, keep it a buck. Just so y'all know.
I got the sneak preview. I like it.
I'm 47 years old, guys. Y'all won't hurt my feelings if y'all don't like it, okay? Here we go. Let's share this. Where'd it go? Oh, there it go. And this is our new logo. What do y'all think about that logo right there, guys? Talk to me. Mm-hmm. Talk to me, chat.
It's got that old school ATL feel.
What y'all think about that logo right there, chat? Talk to me.
I like it.
I mean, only thing missing with the earphones is a little cigarette coming out of his mouth. You know
joint, you mean? Joint? I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that. You know, one of them Jamaican cigarettes coming out of his mouth.
One of them garage torches.
Yeah, I might make a garage one. Hit that poll, man. Hit that poll. Respect it. Or what was the poll say? Respect it or what?
Neglect it.
Or neglect to talk to me. And then I'm going to show y'all what it looked like on the hat. I'm going to show y'all what it looked like on the hat.
I think it looks dope, dude. I think
I think the other designs. It's nice.
I think you can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to talk any Hawks?
Yeah. We're about to start talking right now, man.
Yeah, this offseason could go so many ways.
Yeah, it can, man.
I mean, so many. I mean, if they were to trade and get 2 more picks and end up with, 2 of these other guys like Klingon and Risacher or whatever, or one of these other guards. I mean, there's just a lot they could do. But not only with the draft picks, but with DJ, Double O, Clint, Dre. Yeah. I mean,
wait, you want to go back in and you want to get another rookie?
No. I don't personally. I'm just saying that there's so many different things. There's so many moving parts to this offseason.
Lou, so you saying we take the number 1 pick, or we take who you drafting with the number 1 pick, Lou?
I think you got to go with Sar, but like I said, it really just depends on what else you're gonna do. This offseason has to be. It can't be just like I'm gonna draft and then I'm gonna think about free agent and then I'm gonna think about this. It's got to be everything all at once. Start doing it. You got to knock down dominoes. Like, what are you going to do at your center position? What are you going to do at your power forward position? What are you going to do at your shooting guard? What are you going to do at your point guard? The only thing that we have is Jalen, and we have a decent backup if we wanted Dre. Other than that, everybody else is literally could get it.
me and Marion was having a great conversation backstage when the live dropped. So, but I don't know what you say, Marion. What we was talking about, bro?
We were talking about the fact that we can get Sar at number 1, and then possibly look at sharing up our number 3, either through trade or free agency.
Right.
Because we
I
believe
think,
that.
I think Drake's out of here.
if you look back at that 21 team, if you look back at that 21 team, we still had JC on the squad, and we still had DeLone Wright, who was a defensive-minded backup. We didn't have DJ. We just had a backup that knew his role. He knew his role coming in. We had Gallo, who was a big power forward, who would come in and spell JC. We had Clint that was like, he was a different beast at that point. I mean, like, Clint now is not who Clint was back then. I mean, 15 and 13 is different from whatever we're getting now, 13 and 8.
You had, with that team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals, you had a backcourt. You had a front court that was shooting over 40%.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting to, is like everybody on there could shoot and the spacing was great, but we also had role players. We didn't have other, like it was assumed that JC was our second star, for God's sakes. I mean, the problem with the Hawks is that, unlike other teams would have taken JC, known that what his ceiling was, because we've had him for 4 or 5 years, and then traded him for something that actually fit this roster. But we didn't do that.
Isn't that what Schlink was trying to do till he got stopped?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, it seems like it's an unfinished product that we're getting now. So now, if you're a young GM, it might be kind of fun, like dealing with this Hawks roster, because you're trying to implement not only a vision but also a vibe and a culture, and this is crazy for us, man. Because as a fan, I thought we were one place, and then when Schlenk went away, I really was kind of like, all right, well, let me just see what happens. And now this is like a defining moment, and could be a defining era in Atlanta Hawks basketball, and it's happening this offseason. So this offseason is hot. This shit's hot.
Do you trade Trey Young?
I think this is the season. This is the offseason that you explore it. But to me, I think Trey Young is not the issue. I mean, like, if you want to break it down, I mean, Trey Young's not the issue. You dropped JC thinking that you were going to replace him with Pascal Siakam. Let's not forget that. Like, this last offseason, we were, the whole time draft was going on and all this shit was going on, we were like, we got to land Pascal Siakam. Everybody knew it. We knew we were going for it. They knew that that's what they wanted to do. We didn't get that done, but we dropped JC. So now we're down a player. It's not that we're up a better player. We're completely down a player. And so I
actually disagree. I think JJ is coming along. So, I mean, he averaged before he got hurt. He was averaging more than JC was.
But JJ last year was never going to give you what Pascal Siakam can give you.
What's that?
The assuredness, the assuredness. Like, we were all, the whole season, we were watching and hoping that JJ, and we were watching flashes, but we also watched him not be able to take over too. And we also watched him still messing up on the spacing, because he's getting a lot, but at the same time, he hit more shots than I thought. But towards the end of the season, that little, I'm just going to, take it down and just jump and then lay it in, that wasn't working like it was at first. And so, his effectiveness wasn't like a Pascal Siakam, like where he has post moves, or a Gallo, even when I referenced the 21 year, that's a difference maker that Trey needs. That's what I'm saying, is like, that's the type of gravitational pull that makes Trey Young a better, a more effective offensive player.
I'm gonna take this, like, steal it from Kool-Aid. You needed a front court that had a stretch big, like Kool-Aid say, a stretch big that can shoot. That's what we had in Gallo. Then we had JC. You know what I'm saying? And then we had a defensive player in CC in the middle. But Trey and CC worked together, and then you had the two guys in the front court that can.
So let me just stop you right there. At any given time with Trey on the court, even when he had backups, like you're talking about all guys when he had Kevin Huerter, all guys that were above 6'7" that could then turn around and rebound the ball.
Mm-hmm.
When we have a bunch of small guys out there and Bay and all this shit trying to fill these roles, you know, like it becomes glaring what Trey is bad at. And I think it's a disservice to Trey this year, but also Trey's attitude towards the ref, Trey's attitude towards this, you know, like his verbiage and his communication with the media got exponentially better this year than after 21. He was like, this shit ain't the playoffs. And you're just like, yo, that ain't the right thing to say. But now he's smoother at that. So, I mean, like, do we want to watch this kid grow or what are we, man? We're like some wolves.
It puzzles me because we ain't had no success out of Trey since we got Trey Young. So we said when we were 60 and whatever, those 4 guys who played against Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals got swept. We got a star. We needed a star then. We got one now. We just need that kind of team that can you know break it down and get back to that kind of level. But now you got guys. What's so different about Trey Young? That's you know like people comparing him to Luka, and Luka is where he at right now, like 1 game away from the finals.
Okay,
what's
but
like not only him. What about Trey Young and Joel Embiid? Joel Embiid has failed over and over again to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So why people's belief in Joel Embiid is what? Because he's tall?
Well, let me ask you this.
He's the MVP?
How did Dallas get the drop on the 2 guys that kill us the most? How did Dallas get the drop on Gafford and PJ Washington? The 2 teams that we literally can't beat because of those 2 guys hustle their ass off and we're out there lackadaisically thinking we're going to beat them. It's those 2 guys that out hustle us. How did they get the drop on those 2 guys underneath our noses? We should have been picking those type of guys up. These are the type of moves that make you have playoff runs. Like there's no other way to explain it.
I mentioned Daniel Gafford one year and somebody shut me down about it on the Facebook page.
It's basically because their front office is respected and they're working all the time. Mm-hmm. Our front office is not as respected. We got a young front office who got there by backstabbery. And I think that we're paying the price for it.
It doesn't feel good. I definitely I feel like the play on the court was more of especially early in the season, we were blowing teams out and then all of a sudden it would be a close game. We just forgot to play basketball. I felt like that dysfunction at the end that came internally, and then to come to find out a couple months later that they're firing the GM and there's all this shit, and like that's how they played. They played as if they were a group that thought they were good but wasn't sure anymore.
Well, the other thing about the front office is that our front office have handcuffs because we can't go into the luxury tax. Our front office is green because we used up all of our roster spots. And we traded away a lot of picks. On top of all of that, we have possibly the league just I mean, if we were going to trade for Gafford, that means we were going to have to talk to who? Washington, where Travis is. Yeah. Okay. You think Travis was going to let that trade go through to the Hawks for anybody? I don't know, man. I think he probably still got a little bit of butt hurt, and he would have shut us down anyway.
Oh yeah, because Travis Link is with Washington right now, right?
Righteously so, and I think that it'll be interesting who they pick after us, because I'm going to be constantly watching them for the rest of whoever we get's career, and Washington, because they pick right after us. So if we get Sarr and they get Risacher and he blows up and our guy doesn't, it's going to be swank. You're going to get slanked.
They'll probably take Klingon. They're probably hoping that we pass on Sarr because they want a big man. I mean, they got I can't say his name, but they got the other dude that's playing as the small forward. They got a whole lot of forwards. They don't need another one.
Well, there's 2 teams that I think that I would like to trade with. One is Orlando, and I'm drawing a blank on the other one, but the other one has a lot of young talent too. But Orlando, it seems like Jonathan Isaac and maybe this Anthony Black and maybe a pick could be gotten for like a DJ. And I think that might be something worth exploring.
I don't want to see DJ in our division, but I want DJ in the Western Conference somewhere.
I hear you, but if we pick up a guy
another
like
division.
Jonathan Isaac and that pans out, then drafting a SAR will only just bolster that defense that Trey needs.
Well, I was a fan of Jonathan Isaacs until all the injuries. This dude.
Did you not see him play this year though? He didn't look injured this year. I think most of that was vaccine. I think he had to like sit out a whole year because he refused to take that funky ass shot.
But he always get don't he got like 2 ACL tears?
Yeah.
He didn't play like he had 2 ACL tears, guys. I don't know if y'all saw this.
No, he just came back off an ACL tear. He always injured, man. I think one.
Yeah.
I think his
OKC.
Yeah, even when he played this year, he played like what, 9 minutes a game?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm saying it was two ACLs, right?
Nice.
Yeah, that shit looks rough, man.
Chat, what y'all think of this chat right here?
Oh, yeah,
That shit looks nice.
That's good. Yeah, that first one. I like that first one. See, I can see my. Yeah, I like that one right there.
Talk to me, chat. What y'all think on
blue? I might have to get that baby
chat?
blue. I might have to get that baby blue there.
Yeah, baby blue is hard though.
Yeah, that is cold. That's what I told Jamal. I told you.
Yeah, that shit might look good on my Puerto Rican skin tone.
Hey, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
But yeah, man, listen, man. I know people. I know. I talk a lot of trash, man. But man, listen. This is what I've been trying to get across to people. Now, y'all remember, I'm talking as strictly a fan. Okay.
Right.
I'm not your analysis guy. I'm not. I'm just a fan. I think that. One, I don't care about the rest of the draft, right? So when they say this draft is weak, I don't care. I don't really care. Only thing I care about is the guy we draft. Can he help us now? Can we develop him?
Can he be as good as an inexpensive free agent? I agree. We just need a rebound.
I don't care if the rest of the draft turn out to all of them be bum. I don't care. As long as the guy we get, it's not the bum. But
I think this is going to be a good draft, though, man. Like looking at everybody, like I think for some reason that there's no real star, maybe, but there's a lot of players that know how to play. There's a lot of people that can really be effective. There's a lot of tall guys for their positions. There's a lot of short guys for their positions. Like Reed Shepard is crazy.
It's like what they pointed out in the 2013 draft. I mean, a star, just because you projected to be a star don't mean you're going to be one. And just because they didn't project you to be a star,
don't mean you can't.
You're not going to be one. Exactly. At the end of the day, it really comes down to when
these kids,
when that front office go and talk to that guy, whoever they're going to get, they have to be able to be a good judge of character.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They have to make sure that the guy that they're picking is serious about his craft. Mm-hmm. The fit to me doesn't really matter at this point, because when you're drafting 1 overall,
you want to get the best in the draft.
You want to take whoever the best player is. So even when they say, you know what, man, Sar, Risacher, Klingon, they don't really separate from each other. That's cool. That's just what those guys project. But what do we also know? The people who even get paid to be analysis and scouts get it wrong too.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Sar was a little more physical.
I bet if we go back
more physical, I would be all over Sar.
Listen, when KD came out, you know what they said about KD? He too skinny. Even though,
dude, I was so hurt that draft because we got third.
They said we don't know how KD is going to hold up with the physicality of the league.
If you watched him at Texas in one game, you would be he's the best prospect I've seen. Like he was lights out.
What I'm saying.
But let me jump back on that.
You're talking about his skill set. I'm talking about his build. Okay.
Right. Right.
When you look at they said the same thing about Chet.
Hold on. Hey, do y'all
Tall, small
remember
forward don't
anybody?
need to be
Do y'all
big.
remember? Y'all remember who we drafted that year? KD came out.
Al Horford.
No,
Who?
KD came
AC
out in
Law.
Horford came out in 08. KD came out in 05, 03.
We had the
came out
third
with a
pick.
Sonic.
They had the second. Oh, did we get? Is that that's not the Marvin Williams?
No.
No.
We drafted AC
KD
Law.
is after Marvin Williams.
No, we drafted AC Law. We drafted AC Law, and
AC
remember
Law.
it was a game that he went against KD,
Yep.
and AC Law had about 35 points. I think we drafted AC Law on the strength
Based on
that game, yeah.
Amen.
And he ended up being trashed.
Yep. But I mean, like I said, man, they said the same thing about Chet, said the same thing about Wemby. Can those slim players withstand the physicality on the defensive end? I believe they have. Wemby looked all right to me. Chet looked freaking amazing to me. Being the big contesting shots, and we know.
What
Chet,
about the other skinny dude that OKC got though? This skinny lanky dude that he ain't played. I ain't seen him since.
Oh,
no, I'm talking about Chet, because Chet was what? Chet was number 1 overall, right? Or number 2?
Number 2.
Yeah. So I mean, when you look at SAR, man, and listen, if you look at all the draft reports, one thing they don't talk bad about SAR is his defense. What do the Hawks need? Defense.
Yeah, but I do hear people saying that he just doesn't have the build to really bang like that with centers.
He's trying to talk you off your square, trying to talk you out these streets.
That's the point I just made with Chet. That's the point I just made with Wemby.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think we haven't. I think that they're trying to knock you off your square, as Mario's saying, because when you look at his size, he's the same size as Ware. He's the same size as Masai.
I like Ware. Masai is nice too.
He's 224. He moves like a gazelle. He's bigger than Chet. Chet's 195. So that means that we're getting a guy who come in as the same exact build as Tyson Chandler when he was drafted, that we can stick right at the center position and play right away.
Yeah.
In a modern offense. I agree. I mean, I listen, I'm excited if we get SAR and we do all the other right things, you know, like I don't know what this front offense is going to do. I can't even predict them. So all of my excitement towards any idea or any movement is tempered with it's this front office. I mean, they haven't won yet.
Well, that's where the money gonna be made at right there. It's not the draft that's gonna make or break this team. It's what are we going to do after the draft? What are we going to do to get Trey Young some help?
We got to spend money in free agency.
He's gone after this draft.
We got to spend money in free agency.
Yeah, what are we going to do to address our awful defending? That's where the money gonna be made at. Drafting SAR to me, and I might be in the mind. To me, it's a no-brainer. Just to me, okay. Like I tell y'all, I'm just a fan. Okay, it's a no-brainer to me. The difficulty is, what are the following moves? What are you doing with Clint Capella? What are you doing with Double O? What are you doing with DeJounte Murray? Okay, and then when you make that decision, what's going to be your return on those players? Are you going to salary dump another player like you did John Collins and have nothing to show for it?
You're going to salary dump Drake.
That's what you're going to see. That right there is going to let you know if this team is trying to compete, or are they trying to save money, or are they trying to reset or whatever, right? From reports that I was told was that Quinn Snyder and Landry Fields, for some odd reason, and obviously I'm going to defer to Quinn Snyder because he's a professional coach. They said they didn't have they believe the issue with the defending starts in the front court. That was a report that came out. Okay, so I don't know how
that means they're gonna try to fucking actually get some help here.
So I don't know how true that report is, but that was a report that I read that they said That's why they was another. That was one of the reasons they wanted to go check out the Rich. How you say his name again? Risacher.
If we get studs, if we keep double O and we get studs for Clint and in that position there, and we keep Trey and DJ and JJ, I'm okay with that. Like DJ and Trey, they're whatever. But in the modern defense, it also, you have to have rim protection. We had none. We had negative rim protection. We had none. Nobody was scared. Nothing.
Why would you want to go draft a forward?
What's that?
Right. I agree with you. So my thing is, why would people want to go draft a forward when we know? Let's be honest here. Clint, he ain't got it no more.
That's true.
Right. He is not a top 10 center when you think of defense, bro. They attack the lane against us. No one's scared of Clint no more.
And he don't hit bunnies.
He can barely jump now, right? So why you not? And who's your backup? Who you gonna put there? Double O gonna give you that rim protection? I don't think so.
You be like,
not at 6'9".
I mean, how much faith you got in Bruno Fernando? You gonna play him? You gonna play him 20 minutes, 25 minutes? Nope. So, like, to me, Sarr seems like it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And like on the offensive side, listen, for his first year, really, I just need him to be elite in a pick and roll.
How much did you spend on Nick
Claxton? AD, hear me out. We gonna really find out what kind of GMs and front office we got with this draft. They get talked off the square, bro. You might well just give it up because we just gonna draft another forward. We don't draft forward after forward after forward.
And they're gonna try to sell you on that he's 6'10". But I mean, listen, bro. I don't see no defensive highlights from Risacher.
No,
right.
Have y'all seen any? Everything I see said that's where he's the weakest at defending.
No, he's a good team defender. He's a good on-ball defender. He recovers fast, especially for his position. There's a lot to like about Risacher. It's just I think the Hawks need a center.
Now I'm gonna tell you this, Lou. Look who he was playing against.
I understand that, but what if Sarr is no better than that kid that we had that ended up in Sacramento? What's that, man? He could jump out the gym. He looked like a great basketball player. God, what was his name? When Trey first got here, it was him and Dedman. Not Lynn, the other dude, the black dude. Nothing. I gotta look it up.
Who was it? Now. We drafted him.
Was he a second round pick?
I think it's like a second round pick. Yeah, I mean, he stayed in the league and he ended up at Golden State for a little while, and he would get on the court. I mean, he's like 6'11", could jump out the gym, but just didn't have any touch. He was just like an athlete, and Sarr could become that. I mean,
how can he become that when he's shown you how he could play against NBA talent? You didn't see him play against
somebody your boy used to come off the bench with the energy. He went to Lincoln or whatever. What is his name?
I'm gonna have to look.
You didn't see Sarr play against G League Elite?
I did. No, I did. But all the other times, he didn't have the same energy. Like, I'm watching his full games, and his energy is not. It wasn't the same as it was during those G League night games.
What you mean his energy not the same? They was only playing him 9 minutes.
It could have been that. It could have been.
Now they said he was coming off the bench though, for real.
And the homie came into the space who lives in Australia.
What did he say?
He said he has no idea why the coach was only playing this guy 9 minutes. He said his mind is blown. He has no idea why the dude was only playing 9 minutes. Bruh, just from the little bit that I've seen from Sarr, okay, bro, he got everything. He just need to be fine-tuned and polished on the offensive side. On the defensive side, amazing.
So, Damon, what the question is? Another question. I need a question answer from everybody. Is he gonna start when he's drafted here day one? He's a number one pick. or will he be in the G League?
You
Playing.
want to get on that, Marion?
Oh, day one starter. He's a day one starter. You got
You got a coach.
play.
You got a coach that don't like playing rookies.
Hey, you're gonna have to get over that.
Damian Jones.
Damian Jones.
Damian Jones. That's what I was thinking of. Go ahead.
Yeah, day one starter. I think that you play him, and even if you bring him along slowly, maybe play him 6 minutes a quarter, he's a day one starter.
I mean,
here's the thing though, like, okay, worst case scenario, because all these guys are all, basically it depends on if their jumper translates in the league. If his jumper doesn't translate, then what is he?
A day one starter, because you're drafting him for what he's elite at. Defending. That's what you need. That's exactly. It's rare.
I hear. I'm just talking about long term, drafting the number one pick.
Long term, he can shoot the ball. He already has touch. That's what you're looking for. He got touch. Now you just go get Kyle Korver. Because prime example, Jalen Johnson shot 29% from 3 last year.
Mm-hmm.
What did he shoot this year? High 30s.
High 30s, yeah.
Mid 30s. Mid 30s. So what you're looking for,
he could be KG if he has this tenacity.
Does he already have the touch as a shooter? CC don't have touch. That's why he can't shoot the basketball. That's why it don't matter what you do with him. It's hard to teach touch, because guess what? The only person knows about it is the person shooting the ball.
Right.
You can't control that person, how much effort effort he put in his shot. You can't control. That's up to say a person. CC don't have that. When I watch SAR, he has that. He already can shoot the 3. Like I said, he just need to be polished.
I think it would have been nice if he would have played in the in the college, just so that we could have seen him do it. But he looked like he has foot.
Why? Luka Doncic didn't play in college.
Nope. And we got talked out of square on Luka.
He got drafted 3rd.
What college did Joker go to?
He got drafted in the 2nd round. What are we talking about?
But my point is this, though, Lou. My point is this: those dudes had talent, and once again, that just shows you that. Guess what? All those analysts, they be dead ass wrong.
You cannot be wrong about the first pick in the NBA draft as a franchise.
This is not
Lou.
This is not what's my man name? Who the this ain't Anthony Bennett.
You can, well, we don't know.
I know it already. I know
Lou, it. You passed on Victor Wembanyama. He didn't go to college either.
Nope.
No, he's 7'4" and a freak. I mean, you see him handling.
He didn't go to college though.
No. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying that the discussion would be different if everybody got to see him in college, because we would have got him to see him, and he would have been the obvious number one, like an AD or something.
And that's why Marion asked you. So would you draft? You still would have drafted Wembanyama, right? He didn't go to college.
Of course, I would have drafted.
Guess who went to college? Chet went to college.
Everybody's saying that Star is not that.
Don't prove anything.
It don't, bro. I'm trying, bro. It really don't.
But nothing really proves anything, because these are young men. They still have to grow up into maturity.
I mean, AJ played in the championship and then came to the Hawks. Where is AJ?
I mean, listen.
Won the championship, didn't he?
One thing about college, man, is what? For every top 25, not even that, for every top 10 team you play, it's 10 bum teams you play. So your numbers can be can be tainted, if you know what I mean. Oh, guess what? I played this guy. I played this top 10 team. I struggled, but guess what? I'm beating up on these other 10 teams who ain't even in the top 25. Listen, man, SAR is that guy.
I think so. I think especially for our team, I think it would
think
be
of that. But you can't think about this.
The only thing is if we moved down just a couple of spots and picked up another big man and then had another draft pick, at this point I'm okay with that too.
But why would you pick up? Why would you pick up? Why would you go back in the draft? You got to remember, Lou, you still got to show Trey Young you're trying to win. Mm-hmm. Going back in the draft and getting another rookie doesn't show Trey Young that you're trying to win.
You got to spend. I know the way you show that is by trades and by money. This has nothing to do with the draft.
This my offseason.
Look, free agents and trades. That's how Trey's gonna know what he's gonna do.
You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out what these DMs in front office made of this year, bro.
This my front office. This is my offseason. Draft SAR, put a package together, sign and trade for Paul George.
No, not Paul George. Joel Embiid or somebody like that, but not Paul.
You're not gonna get Embiid. They're trying to get Paul George to come there.
Oh, get him. Do it.
We can't get Paul George.
Let that be.
Hey, I got clown for saying look at Paul George right after the season.
Why we can't get Paul George?
I say go get Klay Thompson.
I don't know how we get Paul George and it doesn't set our franchise back.
Klay is shelling himself, man.
I don't know how we get Paul George and it doesn't set our franchise back. That's what I'm saying.
You say what?
I don't know how we get Paul George and it doesn't set our franchise back. We're not a franchise.
It set us back. What do you mean?
Whatever it's gonna take to get him, it's gonna be too much.
What? You just got to make the money work.
Okay, that's just what I think. I mean, how old is he?
34, I think.
Can he hoop? Can he still hoop?
Yeah, that's all that matter, man. Why y'all be listen? We ain't trying to get Paul George for a 10-year plan.
I'd rather BI than Paul George.
Why?
We're trying to get him to win now.
He's younger.
He younger. So you can see, like, you know what it sound like, Lou? It's like you concerned with more of a longer term vision. Listen, I'm trying to put a team together that got us a top 4, top 3 team next year. I mean,
you need a vet like Paul George on the team, bro.
I just want to know what are we giving up to get him? That my only concern is
you just got to either clear cap space or just match the money on the trade.
Okay, so what would your trade look like? What would a trade look like?
Whatever. You know me. Everybody not named Jalen Johnson, in my opinion, is available. But I'm like,
do you have a PJ trade?
You watch wrestling. I'm like the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, baby. Everybody got to play. We won 30 games last year.
Do you have a BI trade? Or do you have a Paul George trade?
Really, who job should be safe after you win 36 games? Who job should be safe, really? To be honest, like you won 36 games.
Does anybody have a legitimate PG trade? Like, well, what's it going to take to get a PG?
You had to match the money. So Paul George, I think he probably round
46.
Well, let's say, yeah, somewhere around there. Okay, I'm a CC 22, Hunter 22. That's 44. Boom, there you go. Give him a pick. Out.
Okay, but now the Clippers want stars.
Well, it don't matter for the Clippers because guess what? Paul George is unrestricted. You're only doing a sign and trade if Paul George wants to do it. So technically, you could clear cap space and then sign them outright. Players only do sign and trades when they want to help the other team, or like us, we are too close to the cap.
Luxury.
Yeah, we're too close to the luxury tax. So we don't have a cap. We don't have a cap space.
I don't see us doing a trade with
because if Paul George say he want to leave, what the Clippers gonna do? They can't do nothing. They can't stop him.
Can't they still pay him the most?
No, they don't want to pay him. That's the reason why he's available.
So they're going with Kawhi.
They said they're not going to pay him as much as they paying Kawhi Leonard. Right? And if you Paul George, think about it. Kawhi, I mean, how many games did he miss just in the playoffs?
All of them.
So if you're trying to compete, if Paul George trying to win a title, remember Paul George ain't got a title. Kawhi got 2. Paul George ain't got nothing. Paul George never been to the finals. So,
So I just want to know.
Kareem, be positive, man. Be positive, Kareem.
I just want to know what it looks like. I just want to know what does okay, we get Paul George, and then do we have moves on because I think we need to get a center. Either Nick Claxton is
you still got to make moves. We got to make moves.
Right, but getting a Paul George pretty much limits our ability to make moves, doesn't
No,
it?
you don't. No, you don't.
Okay, that's what I want to know. How do y'all get there?
He just told you.
Okay,
Grant Clinton
that's
contract.
that's relying on a team to take garbage for a player, like a superstar player. Like, why would they do that?
No. Not giving them that. I mean, they still can be traded. If Paul George is a free agent, we can sign him outright.
You just got to clear the cap space. I'm with you, Marion. Yeah, Philly gonna make a run at him for real. They gonna make a real run at him.
Perfect fit for him.
I mean, I would love to get PG over here.
Man, let me tell you, man. You know the difference between teams that's trying to compete and teams that's not. Look at.
I'm just being realistic.
Look at Philly, and I know these just rumors, but they've been rumored they think number one target is Paul George, right?
So are they going to give them Tobias Harris?
If they don't get him, next target is Jimmy Butler. They said they'll max Jimmy Butler if they can get him from Miami. They said report says that ownership regret. Remember they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler, and word is that the ownership
would like to do that again.
And they would, and they wouldn't make a record, because Harris out Tobias Harris. Now I'm gonna bring it up because it just popped in my head.
Tobias Harris.
I mean, he ain't making $40-some million now.
I would say, how old is Tobias Harris? Isn't he PJ's age?
Let me ask you this. Marion, would you sign Tobias Harris if you could get him for, say, around
17?
What probably be the going rate? No, it's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be like
25.
Yeah, it's gonna be between 25-30 million. Would you take a look at Tobias Harris? Because guess what?
I'd rather do Nick Claxton.
Because Brandon Ingram
with Trey Young. That's
remember,
deadly.
If you trade for Brandon Ingram, you got to extend him because he's gonna be expiring. So
see, my thing is this:
you're not gonna give up Murray and for expiring contract.
Okay, look, if you break it down, draft, free agent, trade. If you target Nick Claxton in free agency, right, and you bring him here, what that does is that gives you the ability to trade everybody. I think if you secure the free agent first with Nick Claxton type, I think then you can make these trades that y'all are talking about with DJ.
Blue. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the draft is before free agency.
Yeah, but if there's tampering, come on, man, go in there and fucking go take some shots of tequila and shit.
I mean, yeah, they tamper all the time. Well, players can't tamper. Only agents and front offices. Players can't tamper. So
Claxton's from Atlanta. There's no reason why we can't sell him on a dream team in Atlanta, like win the championship here in Atlanta. He just spent all his time and his money in New York. Why would we not be able to get him here as a piece?
It depends. Does Brooklyn look at him as a core piece to their rebuild?
He's out. He's a free agent. I don't think they want.
Ain't he restricted?
I don't think he's restricted.
You sure? Because Claxton been in the league.
I'm not sure of anything.
He on this first con. This is in his rookie deal, right?
He's unrestricted.
Oh, he unrestricted. So he been what was it, a second round pick or something?
I don't remember.
Oh, he been in the league for a minute. Because usually that first rookie contract, you restricted usually, unless you a second round pick.
If we got Claxton, that would be Trey and Claxton. Then you bring Sarr in as a rookie. You got JJ. Now you got Clint, Bogey, and DJ to go out and get another piece, like a BI or a PJ or whatever the fuck y'all want. Now we got a real team.
I mean, listen, I ain't disagreeing with you. I ain't never said Claxton wasn't good. But can Claxton shoot the ball?
Hey, Kaminsky's over in the Euro League playing.
I'm gonna say it right now. If he can't shoot the ball, Kool-Aid finna get on him.
That we need tall guys that can shoot the ball, and I think PJ fits that bill. I think Nick Claxton does not fit that bill, but he does all the shit that Clint does at a high level.
So you want another Clint Capella?
I don't mind with Trey. That's fine. That's fine. What he does defensively, he erases people's shots when they go right by Trey. He plays really good defense on big guys. Like, that's what we need.
Man, listen.
And if we can move Sar to a power forward that can shoot long range, that would be nice too.
Well,
Then
he
you'd have
can't
twin
shoot long
towers.
range right now.
That would be twin towers, I know. But if we give him that spacing, that's what we had JC over in the corner, non-bricking ass.
Well, you had that's what Double O was at this year, sitting in the corner.
Yeah, and he did pretty good there.
Trash.
He did.
No, he did not.
Compared to everybody else on our team, I think he was pretty
We
hard.
need him more inside.
Yeah.
As far as corner threes, I think he actually.
Man, listen.
At the corner.
Get Sar. Sar gonna be my starting five.
All right, well then we got to. Who else is free agent? We got to get a free agent in here that can shoot the ball and is tall.
Paul George.
I'm talking about a real power. Is he a power forward?
Small forward. Why Jalen Johnson can't be your power forward?
I guess. I don't think that's a good spot for I don't think that maximizes Jalen.
Why not?
I think Jalen at the 3 is perfecto.
Well, my bad. I forget. I do positionless basketball.
Exactly.
I don't really do like that. I do positionless. I'm all about putting 5 dudes out there.
I learned basketball and I learned position basketball.
Yeah, but guess what? I mean, Luka isn't a point guard.
And he doesn't play point guard.
Yes, he does. He dominate the ball.
That's
just
fine.
Like
That's fine.
He initiate their offense.
And when he comes up, he sometimes just passes it to the point guard. And when he's not on the roster, and when he's not on the floor, they run a point guard. I mean, like
what I'm saying is basically it's basically like positionless basketball. You don't look at Luka Doncic and be like, "That's my point guard."
Okay, so when I drafted, I remember that draft that I wanted to trade. I think it was the Trey Young one, but whenever whenever Clippers had 11 and 12, I wanted us to trade down and try to get those 2 picks and draft Shea Gilgeous and somebody else. And the reason why is because he's a tall point guard. He's still a point guard. I mean, like, why try to make somebody else that's not a point guard into a point guard? Like,
because they can already, but you only do that with people who can already handle the basketball when they come to your team. Luka Doncic could already handle the basketball.
Yeah, but Luka Doncic is different. He's like LeBron. LeBron dominated the ball too.
Did nobody say that nigga was like LeBron when he came over here? They just saying that now.
No, I think everybody was. Unless y'all didn't listen to the same draft people.
He would have been the number 1 overall pick if they thought he was LeBron. And guess what? You know what else they was talking about Luka? They were saying, "Oh, in EuroLeague, he only averaging like 12 points. How's he gonna translate? He's not athletic." Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Everybody who said that eating their words right now because he probably beating Minnesota ass right now. As we speak.
When you watched Luke as a teenager playing whatever pro league, he had post moves. He played the game as a big player that could dribble. Like he exploited that. Like I mean, I don't know.
Now you see why I made that video saying don't trade Luka Doncic. I have a whole video. Jamal's trying to find it for me because I can't find it. It's somewhere in New Pack City. When I said don't trade him on draft night, I had a whole live. I went live on draft night. I said don't trade him, and they did it. I saw it.
When they trade, it just seemed weird when they traded back.
I said don't do it.
And that's the thing is like, so I was the biggest Trey hater because like we went the opposite of the way I wanted to go, which is instead of going to tall for that position, we went short for that position. And then we basically put him behind the 8 ball and then the kid succeeded though. Like the kid turned eyes, like he did all the right things. And to me, I think a lot of the people that are just turning their backs on him right now, like the Wolves of Atlanta, it doesn't make sense to me that we're doing this to this young gentleman right now.
Doing what?
Like whether you want him traded or not, or whether you think it's the time to trade him or any of that stuff, the way we approach it, it just seems vile. It just seems like he didn't just give his heart and soul.
I don't understand why it seemed like that.
It just maybe it's just my little group that I'm in with this New Pack City group that's branched off. But there's people that there's a fraction of the Atlanta Hawks franchise that are just completely done with Trey Young. And feel a certain type of way about him.
Man, listen, man. Rip.
And
Listen,
don't
man.
nobody care about all that.
Like
man.
I tell people, and I always say this because I always like people to know where I stand at on certain things, right?
Yeah.
I'm all about winning, bro. I don't care who you got on the team. I don't care what we have to do to win. I don't care if you're winning with Trey Young or you're winning with Boo Boo the Fool. As long as we winning, I don't care who it is.
Man, as much as I ballyhooed for Lively last year, man, it pains me to see that boy go off. God damn.
I mean, go back in that group chat. Go back. Go in the group chat. If I don't know how long it's gonna take. Scroll back up before the draft. I'm the first person in our group chat to say go get Lively because everybody told me he can't shoot.
Dude, what sucked is because he was like projected late, and then he just kept on climbing and kept on climbing and kept on climbing.
When he went to the pro day, when he had his pro day in North Carolina, that's when he showed people he could shoot the corner three. Now, I always got to add this part. He wasn't an elite shooter. They just knew he had the form and the touch, and that he could be coached to become a better 3-point shooter. Because remember, in college, he didn't shoot outside shots. They didn't, because
he was so good at doing all the other at rebounding, at defense. I just wanted that.
And in college, you really don't get to show. College almost like Europe. You don't really get to show. You rarely get to show your individual talent.
The spacing is fucked.
Yeah, and it's more system based. It's not like NBA where sometimes it's just full out, skill versus skill. College is mainly system based. So, that's why you see cats in college, they only averaging 15 points, but then they come to NBA, be a 20, 25 point score, But listen, this draft to me is so easy, it's ridiculous. It's so easy. Your first pick should be Alexander Sarr. Did y'all get a chance to check out his interview when he went on Paul George podcast? Bro, the dude already lived in Atlanta. He already played in Atlanta. He's played in Atlanta, France, and Australia. He's been playing against pros since he was 14. I mean, I don't know what else people want to see from the guy. I don't know. And at the end of the day, I don't need him to be Wemby. I need him to be Sarr. That's all I care about.
Plus, Sarr's a cool name, so I mean, I'm cool with him. And
there's nothing wrong with drafting a good defensive anchor. Look at Kenyon Martin when the Nets drafted him one overall. He wasn't some big time scorer in college. He came in, he anchored the defense for the Nets when they made them runs to the finals. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. Why people want to go get another guy who can't help us where we need the most help at?
And something that's funny though.
What's that, Foot?
I've been, folks been clamoring about 7 feet guys for how long now?
I know. Now you got your opportunity to get one.
Now
there's 3 of them. Which one are you gonna get? There's 3 of them. There's Eddie.
No, sorry. When we call the 7 foot star, is it? I'm talking about the other kid we talked about earlier. Everybody been talking about a 7 foot guy. He's 7 foot what? 2, 3.
Well, no, he's 6'11 and a half without shoes. So that means makes him 7'1 with shoes.
Okay, so what's the problem?
7'4", I think, wingspan.
Yeah.
There's no problem. I think it's
I'm just somebody.
I think Quinn has a nice, strong background and pedigree with French tall big men. So I mean, there's a lot there for us.
That's the draft pick right there, bro. Whatever, however it work out, that's who you pick. He's enough. He can handle the rock.
Like a no-brainer.
He can put the ball on the floor a little bit. He can shoot a little bit. So what?
Khalil Ware.
I mean, you got everything. Develop that, bro.
I mean, I don't even see why people even looking at the other kid, man. Like, listen, he may be a good player, but Sarr could come and slot right in right now and help.
You seem like to me he got more upside, with that height too. I'm coupling that with the hype. Like, come on, man. What y'all?
And in his interview, Foot, he said, they asked him, they said, what do people underestimate about you? He was like, my playmaking ability.
He
Like,
can't
come on.
pass. Dude, when he gets that ball in the post, he
You
just
hear what he said about
You didn't see him in the open court with the ball?
I'm excited about, man. All right. I do have to go. I have to go chaperone some people at a concert, but it was fun talking Hawks.
Man, we about to end it tonight, man, because I know people want to go watch. Well, I know I do. I want to watch some of that Mavs game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to my neighbor's house.
I heard they beating the break. I heard they beating the brakes off the Wolves right now.
Yeah.
So like Ant-Man about to come join the Hawks in Cancun.
I hope Dallas don't win.
Hey, salute to everybody who tapped in, man. Hey, my bad on the technical difficulty. But hey, I'm gonna pop off tomorrow morning though, man. We're gonna do a morning show tomorrow, man, so people can catch up who missed it. So y'all got any last words?
Man, it's only 23 likes. Come on, fellas.
No, but we should definitely do a draft, a little recap soon, a little mock draft or whatever.
Okay, yeah, we can make that happen. We got that it happen. You got anything, Foot?
No, man. Yeah, man. You just can't wait for this draft. See what happens, man. Look like Dallas finna go ahead, go on to the finals, man. Somebody both finna be mad.
Me.
All right, man. Thanks for everybody for tapping in, man. We are out of here. Catch y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.